Greetings one and all, this is Rhythm Works and welcome to my channel, and just want to basically show you some of the themes I've got so far, which is available to you if you check your PS Store and your theme section in your settings. And first of all, we've got Destiny, and next up we will have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. As you can see, looking pretty nice, looking pretty good. And also we have Far Cry 4. And yeah, as you can see, looking pretty good on the XMB menu. And yeah, just letting you know they're available in the PS Store or in your settings, in your themes section of the settings menu on your PS4. So get ready and download them if you so wish or so desire. All right, let's get on with the program. Greetings one and all, this is Rhythm Works and welcome to my channel with some Destiny single player story, well, patrol action style. Now, at the moment I'm trying to more or less upgrade my patience and time sniper rifle. I think this sniper rifle is one of the best out of the rifle class. It's very good for story mode and also for the Crucible. And I've upgraded it to the point now where I can get a cloak of invisibility and also have the radar still on when I'm aiming down sight, which is very, very handy. And yeah, if by any chance you come across that weapon, keep it and upgrade that shit, man. It is an awesome weapon. And I'm also utilizing the telemetries, which admittedly I hadn't utilized before, but it totally aids the speed of upgrading your weapon, and I'm just doing that so I can get a trophy for fully upgrading an exotic weapon. So that's why I'm kind of on the grind at the moment. But anyway, to the subject at hand. Well, it is holiday season. It is approaching the end of the year. The space between this year and next year is literally a couple of weeks, and as always, you tend to do a lot of reflecting and stuff, and you know, wishing you could have done things better that year that has passed, and making resolutions to do better things next year. So I'm gonna kind of apply that to the subject matter of this video, which is resolutions. I mean, I don't really like, you know, making resolutions because some people like to make a whole lot of resolutions, but it's not even so much the amount of resolutions, is the quality of resolutions. I mean, some people make too big resolutions to stop smoking and to get fitter and lose weight. And, you know, it kind of gains momentum within the first week or so, couple of weeks, but, you know, it kind of fizzles out and stuff like that. But I'm talking from a gaming perspective. And I've got 10 resolutions that I will strive to keep and maintain, but it's not a given that I will do, so forgive me. And I just hope this serves as some kind of inspiration for all those gamers among us, and especially YouTubers as well. So here goes with my 10 resolutions, my 10 gaming resolutions for 2015. Now, number one, oh, and I must say, they don't come in no level of importance, they don't come in no order of importance either, they're just as it is, as I've written them down. Okay, number one, I will not buy day one season passes. The reason why I made this resolution is simply because of Battlefield 4. Even though it was a new game, a new series that I got involved with, even though the series has been out many, many years, and I've now become a fan of the series, I've realized that sometimes buying a season pass doesn't make the game any better. You don't get an optimum enjoyment out of the game. Even though I bought the season pass, aka the premium package, I still found myself playing on the same bog standard maps, and it didn't alter or lessen my enjoyment of Battlefield 4 whatsoever, to be honest with you. So I just found myself spending another £30 on stuff that I just don't use at all, you know. So that's the reason why I will not buy day one season passes. If I do, I have to get more research on the season pass, you know, and just see if it will be worth my while playing, you know. But for the most part, I won't be buying season one passes for the reason that I've just specified. Number two, I will try to curse less on my videos. Now, I'm not saying that I won't curse at all. I think free speech is good. Free speech is very, very good. But you don't fucking want to hear me fucking saying fucking things like fucking this every fucking 2 fucking seconds. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't become you. It doesn't sound very good and it makes you sound ignorant. But at the same time, you know, using its right context, I am still going to cuss. You know what I'm saying? Without a shadow of a doubt. You know, I cuss in real life, in real life situations, but I mostly cuss when I'm absolutely upset. But, you know, from a gaming perspective, if I'm passionately upset about a gaming issue, yeah, I'm going to use that, but I'm not going to be subjective to people with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just my way of expressing myself. But I will try to curse less. Number 3, I will place gamers' humanity above all else. And by that I mean, if I'm playing a game and I notice that one of the people that's playing the game is a camper, and I call him a camping little piece of shit, for example, you know, it's strictly in the context of him being a gamer, not him being a human being, you know, because in reality, and I'm sure people can identify with this, the type of person that you are in everyday life is different from the type of person that you are when you play games. Somehow your alter ego takes over and everything kind of goes out the window, and you have to more or less kind of keep a balance and strike a happy medium with other people you're playing with. You know what I mean? So people can realize, okay, you might be frustrated with the game, or you might be frustrated with the gameplay or the strategy that someone is letting you down with, but it doesn't basically mean that he's a total piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I will make people understand that that's not what I mean when I call you a camping piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? All right, so that is that. Resolution number 4, I will continue to help lower level players level up if they so wish. I know sometimes when you start playing a game like Destiny, for example, I mean, I kind of felt that way to begin with when I had higher level players wanting to help me out. But that was probably within a day. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, I hadn't come to grips with the gameplay or anything like that, and other gamers who've been playing the thing like 12, 13 hours straight, who has had grips with the whole thing, wants to all of a sudden help me out. I appreciate the gesture, but at that point within my gaming, no thank you. I want to basically, you know, learn to play the game myself. But if, for example, I was a level 25 and you're a level 18 or a level 16 or a level 15, then I will basically try and, you know, offer my help if you so wish. You know, if you don't ask, you know, they won't get, sort of thing. You know, Destiny is a type of game where it's a socially intensive game, you know, in terms of raids and stuff like that, where they don't allow matchmaking. So, you know, to offer your help is just as good as a matchmaking situation, I find anyway. I find it more personable in that regard. And, you know, by doing so, you meet up with a lot of good players and they will reward you for it. One friend, for example, guy called Stimpy, well, I call him Stimpy, he's called The Stimp, but I call him Stimpy, and he was a low level player and I was like in my mid-20s, and I offered my help, and, you know, he was very grateful for the help I gave him, and now he's become more or less a better player and a more informed player than me. I mean, he knows how Destiny works. He knows how this ecosystem in Destiny works. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's all good. He's helping me out now. And, you know, whenever we hook up and I ask him, well, what do you want to do? He says, well, no, it's what you want to do, mate. You know, you helped me out when I was level nothing. You know what I mean? So it pays in that way. And you meet a lot of like-minded gamers in that respect. So I'm still going to maintain that resolution. Resolution number 5. I will never buy weapon DLCs. Ever. Never, ever, ever. And I'll tell you why. the Last of Us Scope Weapons freaking DLC bundle. I don't need to say anything more about that. You know what I mean? I've said a whole lot more, and people's giving me a whole heap of flack for it. And some people's giving me some decent argument in relation to that. But my thing is, at the end of the day, especially if it comes as part of a package of a game that is based on total survival, making do with what you have, it makes no sense. It just makes economical sense for the developers and the companies, and I don't wear that. I'm not buying that. Nope, not buying that at all. So I will never ever buy weapon DLCs, ever. Cosmetic, that's a different matter. But if it's weapons, if it's added weapons, nah, it makes no sense. Because already they're talking about the tactical shotguns and how controversial they are. Come on now, you know what I mean? You should already know, you know, by the word shotgun, how controversial that freaking weapon is gonna be. And people's talking about, is it controversial? It's controversial for the fact that it was available for sale anyway as part of the DLC. Anyway, let me not go into that, because I will I will break resolution number 2 straight away if I continue to talk about that DLC thing. So let's move on. Resolution number 6, I will utilize my Twitter account more. Now, even though you might see that there is a link to my Twitter account, I must admit I don't really use it. Yeah, it's a surprise, but it is, you know, it's the truth. I'm a musician, singer, songwriter, and I have my Twitter, all my social network accounts logged in to my music accounts on my laptop, and it's kind of like a drag when you have to keep swapping and changing to your gaming account and stuff like that. So I try to keep those things separate with my Vita and my tablet, and with that tend to use my tablet less and my Vita less in comparison with my PS4. It's just the way it is. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, online activity when I'm gaming is kind of limited to gaming and recording gameplay, you know, and I just got to try and juggle it more. There are people who can do it a whole lot better than me and become active, but some people just have one Twitter account. I have 2. One is for my gaming, one is for my career, and my career is of the utmost importance to me, so I place that first above anything else in terms of social networking. But I will strive to utilize my Twitter account a whole lot more, so please, yeah, by all means, make use of it as you will. Resolution number 7, I will always flank in shooters and expect my team to do the same. By that I mean, I'm a cooperative kind of gamer. I love co-op gameplay, I like social gameplay, and co-op is the best way to hook up with like-minded gamers. But when it comes to shooters, I'm of the old school flanking method, you know. Just because I create decent enough killing distance, that's not killing distance for you to just jump in my line of fire. Right? That dude I thought was going to exercise the very thing that pisses me off, but he didn't. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Them recognizing that you got your killing space and what have you, and they leave you to it. And it shows that it is possible to adopt that principle and standpoint. So if you come across me in any shooter, know that's how I play. I'm a team player. I play in a flanking formation. It doesn't matter who gets the kill, but as long as we play in that formation, we will help everybody out in the team, in the squad, in the clan. So that is that for that resolution. Resolution number 8, I will do more dual triple com gameplays. Now, I mean, you know, it's nice to hear one of your favorite YouTubers basically rabbit on about certain things all the time, but sometimes it's good when you hear that person more or less mix and associate and socialize with other gamers as well. You know, I have some friends on my PSN network, you know, they're very funny dudes, man, and I think, you know, you need to hear those guys as well as myself and see and hear the fun that we have. You know, I know it's kind of stating the obvious, but, you know, for me, it's all about social gameplay, and with that, that's what I'm going to do a lot more of. I did do it before in the Last of Us gameplays, Chilling and Killing series, but that person who I played with a lot, he's no longer my friend, and I maintain friendship with a lot more other people who are very vocal. They have their mics on and stuff, and they're very funny dudes. So with that, that's what I'm going to do. Feature more dual and triple comp gameplays. Number 9, I will endeavor to play more indie and diverse games. And the reason being was more or less games like Plants vs. Zombies. I know it's not really so much an indie game as such, but it's a game that kind of just fell under the radar for me, which is something that I didn't have no interest in. And sometimes the games where you ordinarily just don't have no interest in, you just don't give it a chance. But it's by giving it a chance you will realize how much fun you will have with those games. And you know, I've played a few indie games, but sadly I've played them, liked them, and went back to the AAA titles. But I really want to give them more love and give them more of my gaming time. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And number 10, which I think is the most important for any gamer and any YouTuber, which is I will continue to have fun gaming and be a happy gamer. Because if you are doing this and you are not enjoying it, whether you are a YouTuber or a gamer, if you're doing this and you're raging all the freaking time, and if you're basically being a YouTuber and you are just counting views and you're depressed about the amount of views you're getting, you know, you're not being a happy gamer, and you're totally diluting and denigrating the whole thing that made you become a gamer in the first place. And I think the most important thing is to have fun, even without the whole YouTubing thing, even without the online thing to some degree. But have fun with what you're doing. You know, if you're not having fun with what you're doing, it makes no freaking sense. So I will continue to do that. And that's more or less it. Those are my 10 resolutions that I have to keep in 2015. I don't know if I will keep them all. Who knows? By this time next year, you will know, or I will know. The world would know. You know what I mean? But anyway, that is that. And as you can see, the footage has stopped, and I've rabbited on for 15 minutes more or less. And that is that. So it's with that, you know the coup, whatever the game, console, platform, genre, media, happy gaming, because that is what it's all about, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And until I catch you on the next one, Megan.